There we are. What's happening, y'all? Cooperville Live. We are back on the air for another day. Another day. Another $1.50. Sneak on over to this. See if we got this one all loaded up. That's kind of the same thing. Oh, this one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah. We get it figured out. Joe's in the house. What's up, buddy? That one doesn't have the thing on it. Let's try this. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Should have a chat box on here somewhere. Maybe. We'll see. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Tuesday. I don't know. The shit all runs together now. I don't even have time to turn my monster sign on. Sorry, rocking that line's not cheap though. It's another fantastic day. We got a lot of stuff done. Another shoot. There we go. There we got the chat box over there. I like it. It's like 3D. Let's move it a little bit. Let's do that. There we go. Another episode of Chippa Chats. We shot that today. That was fun. My buddy Wes. Over at Everybody's Bar. Did that. Made the trip down to check out my homies at Midwest Meals. MidwestMeals.com. Promo code Cooper at checkout. Get you some money off. Get you a discount. Wherever you're watching the stream today, thank you so much. Facebook Live, YouTube, on the Twitch. Thank you for making us a part of your day. We were slated to have Nixon from Framing Haley on the show today. Talked to him earlier. He unfortunately had to reschedule. Not cancel, reschedule. So he will be on next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So that I'll figure it out. I'm going to go turn this on. Y'all hang out for a second. I got 32 seconds left in my intro. Hang on. As if they don't get enough love. We got to make sure it glows, man. You got to make sure it glows. There's this monster on every monster. They're everywhere. You'd think they'd be paying me a shit ton of money. I kid. Let's play with some of our new toys. I think they'll work today. I don't know. I tried them earlier, but we have. It doesn't work. Man, I was excited. Thought that was going to work today. I'm going to slide this over here. Well, there you go. There that goes. Joe, since you're watching, you can tell me if this screws anything up, but there's supposed to be, in theory, there's supposed to be some sound effect stuff that works on here. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's How about now?
Do we have volume again? All right. Feel better about life now. Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. Do things over here. Yeah, that kind of cuts that out. I got it. About the live. That's the same one. Maybe it was this one. Trace. There we go. Trace. Camera 3. Yeah, I tweak it during the day, you know. Like I'll play with it during the day, and then all of a sudden come down and I don't know. I think there are little gremlins or something just hanging out in the basement in the studio, and as soon as I walk away, because everything was set, I was here earlier this afternoon. I was working on videos. I was doing some other stuff in here, working on the apparel company, and all my cameras worked. Microphone was fine. My sound effects worked. Are they still here? Oh, good. We got those now. Joe, could you hear that? Did you hear the gong? Let me know, because I can hear it, but that doesn't mean necessarily you can hear it. It's a complex web that we weave. You know, the old program was so simple. You know, it was so easy. You could do pretty much everything. It didn't look as cool, but I don't know. We'll figure it all out. One of these days, I'm going to have all this shit dialed in. Today maybe ain't that day. As I was saying before I started fiddling with stuff and things went down, you heard the gong? All right, cool. Then I can play like the my cop sound effect too. I don't know. That's like fucking with shit. So Nixon from Framingham Hanley was going to be on. He rescheduled for next Friday. So no guest today, but tomorrow on the show we will have Shelby Lee Lowe is going to be on. He is an up-and-coming country artist. Check him out, Shelby Lee Lowe, on Facebook and on Instagram. We're going to have him on. We'll talk all sorts of smack. Joey Arima and Big White Lights will be on Thursday, so we do have an exciting week planned for thanks. So, you know. Gremlins, man, I'm telling you. Gremlins inside of the damn computer. There's too many toys, man. That's what I'm saying. Just too much stuff to play with. Like, I don't know why I did this. Like, oh. Maybe this is appropriate because you know what today is. See if these will play over the top of each other. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And don't forget, tomorrow is Revenge of the 5th. Turn that off before they shut the audio of the stream down for playing the Star Wars soundtrack. Oh, man. Too much fun shit. There we go. All right, stop space. Stop the space play. We're getting there. You know, it's like teaching monkeys how to do math problems. It takes a while, but eventually they figure it out. Slowly but surely. So yeah, fun stuff to go on and play with today. But we'll get to the real nitty gritty. Hey, speaking of the fact that today is Star Wars Day, did you see this? Disney has made a real lightsaber. Did you see this? It's all over the social medias, at least the shit that I follow. It popped up several times. This story comes from BuzzFeed. Any Star Wars fan of a certain age can tell you by their dream of having their own lightsaber, but the only options you could buy were actually, I think that we have like 5 of them. The plastic ones that you whip, and then they come out. They don't light up or anything. And that's it. So they have those. They had the ones that were the light up one. That was kind of cool. But now they have one that you just press a button and zoom. It like pops out. It lights up. Super badass. So those they unveiled today. Disney Parks released a short video unveiling the new replica lightsaber. So it doesn't actually do what lightsabers are supposed to do, like chop people's, arms off. It doesn't work. You could probably try. Patents for the new lightsaber reveal it works similar to a tape measure with 2 strips of plastic semi-cylinders that coil up in the handle and can unroll from a blade, which is lit up with a strip of LED light. So it's pretty slick. The bad news, you'll have to wait until at least next year to buy one. Disney noted that guests on the Galactic Star Cruiser, a immersive Star Wars-themed hotel experience, will be the first to see the new lightsaber, and the Sound Cruiser's debut has been pushed to 2022. For now, you just got to keep dreaming, waving around your $300 lightsaber replicas with attached blades. $300. $300. They have not said when they will officially go on sale, though. Never seen Star Wars all the way through? Fef? Define all the way through. Because all the way through I would understand. Because all the way through is 9 movies. 9. And then you have to watch it in order. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, the original 3. And then the finale of the Skywalker trilogy with Rey and all that stuff. So you haven't seen them all the way through? Or you haven't seen one all the way through? Clarification is what we're asking for. We started to, in honor of the May the 4th be with you Eve, which is not an official holiday. We started watching the original last night. Actually, we started watching Return of the Jedi, and I made it about 8 minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm bad now. Seen half of the first one. So half of what would have originally been episode 4, in the original 3 trilogy, which was A New Hope. Star Wars geek, man. Star Wars geek. I don't know, you probably can't see it back there. Let me see if I try to turn my light up. No, it's not over there anymore. I moved it somewhere else. Things get moved around in here. It's the gremlins, man. I'm telling you, the gremlins. Messing with my cameras and also moving my shit around. No, actually, I did that. I have a Darth Vader helmet that's actually a humidifier, which is pretty slick. You know what I'm saying? I see that this camera is being flickery. I'm sure it's being that way on your end as well. So we're going to move over to, is it cam 2? Let's try it. Yeah. I'll just see if this one is a little more, I can see the blue light on it. It's just like flickery. It's Tom flickery. Though I don't know if there's a chat box in here. So hopefully that'll work. I can see it over here, but for you guys to see everybody else that's chatting, it's a little challenging. It's a little difficult. But first movie I ever saw in the theater as a kid, Joe. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the first movie I ever saw. I don't really recall. It was probably some animated Disney something. Yeah. Never really. I love movies, but going to them, I don't know. Except unless it was high school. You know what I mean? Like high school, that was the date thing. So probably then. I remember seeing Titanic on a date when it first came out. Similarly, it ended very similar to how Titanic ended, without all the death. Just got a few years on me. Just a few. 41 this year, though. Turned to 41. Sorry, though. So Star Wars Day, plans to watch, try to watch a little Star Wars tonight. Maybe, I've gone back and forth on this because obviously we have Disney Plus. And I was going back and forth on, did I actually want to relive any of The Mandalorian? if you've watched the show, Joe, I know you probably are aware of this, but like when the whole Gina Carano thing went down, I was like, I'm done. We actually pulled the plug on Disney Plus until there was something we wanted to watch that was only on Disney Plus. And it's like $7 a month. So like, whatever, we'll keep it. But like The Mandalorian popped up, and I was like, just don't know if I can do it. I just don't know if I can take myself out of that mindset where I'm like, I was so pissed of how they pulled that whole thing off with Gina Carano, and she's fired from The Mandalorian and all the other bullshit. Like, I was just like, come on now. So we didn't. We ended up going third in the original 3. And as I said, 15 minutes. Joe's 47 next month. Happy early birthday. Not bad. Still a spring chicken. Hey, Joe, I was up in Bloomer on yesterday, at Bohemian Ovens, shooting another episode of Chip with Chats, which was super cool. Josh and his mom, her name escapes me right now, but it'll come to me. Great people. It's over there. Got some kolache. It was good. Watching Longmire. Haven't heard of Longmire. Perhaps I'll have to check it out. But yeah, we were, and totally was going to stop at Bloomer Brewing, and just ran out of time. But it's on my destination list. I think we're gonna try to shoot one up there too. I'm gonna try to shoot an episode of Chip with Chats up there at Bloomer Brewing. I think that'd be super cool. Because just a block and a half from your place. Just stop by. Should have stopped by. Got some kolache. The place just smells amazing. Like, I walk in there and I'm like, freshly baked bread, all the good stuff, man. All the good stuff. It was good. But I digress. Interesting story from Barstool Sports. Podcast killed late night talk shows. Conan O'Brien announcing his last episode with TBS will air on June 24th. They were open yesterday, Joe. Open until 2. Maybe that's spring hours. I don't know. But there was people in there eating, and they had even after they had closed at 2, because that's when we started shooting. People kept on coming in because they saw cars in the parking lot. They're like, "Are you open? I want some bread." I guess so. That's cool. Anyway, Conan announcing that his last episode with TBS going to air on June 24th. Yeah, tune in for the next 2 months for a special guest and look back at the last 11 years. So Conan announcing that he is done. So it's interesting. It feels like that late night talk shows aren't as prevalent as they once were. Pfaff, you probably got some insight on this, given your background in television. But that used to be the jam, you know what I mean? Like, staying up late, and whether it was Johnny Carson or Jay Leno, and then obviously David Letterman, Conan, Kimmel, like it was huge. Like, oh my gosh, you got to watch Leno tonight because so-and-so is going to be on, or it's Monday, it's time for, headlines, whatever, all that stuff. It just, I don't get that. Again, I'm detached because we don't have any live actual television right now. Actually, we do. We have, we have free YouTube TV for the next 7 days. I got it to watch the draft, but, Bloomer Brewing is closed on Monday. Probably good that we didn't go then. Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Picking it up. But yeah, just being out of touch with late night comedy, and it seems like, and even according to this interview, they're doing more viral things, podcasting, and it's strange, and hosting a podcast and having guests on a show like this, and then even my long-form podcast, which we're going to get back to doing here in the next couple months, is like long-form conversation, like actually sitting down with somebody, and even if they have a book they're promoting or a movie they have coming up, you really sit down and get a chance to know these people. You know, you get a chance to talk to them. Pluto TV, got that, and it's free. Yeah. I mean, like, we don't have, like, live TV. Like, we don't have Hulu or Charter. Nothing like that. But, so you have all these podcasts that are out there now, and even I think Conan has his own podcast. So you really get a chance to actually sit down and talk to people and get to know them and ask them the questions about real stuff instead of, like, you know, late night talk shows. You get like 10 minutes to have a conversation with somebody. Not even 10 minutes most of the time. 10 minutes with 2 commercial breaks. And you have like 3 topics, and then you talk about whatever they have coming up. Like, let's talk about your new movie. It's in theaters whenever. But people are starting to get more acclimated to that. The quote in this story from Barstool Sports says, it's Joe Rogan only talking to people he wants to talk to for 3 hours at a time on his schedule in the studio in an era where authentically being used as a selling point. A 7-minute interview between perfect strangers is an attempt to sell something isn't cutting it anymore. So, again, it goes back to what I said. People are just getting out of that, especially when it's like scheduled. Like, again, I don't know many people who sit down and strategically watch a show that is only on one time. Like, it's on at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, and we have to stick around and watch it because that's the only time that it's on. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me anymore. Even at my age. I'm like, I'll watch it later. If I even want to watch it at all. But that scheduled time television, that appointment watching, I think it's going by the wayside. Like, I don't see it making a resurrection to where it used to be. They had this whole thing they were talking about with all the award shows and stuff where people were like, all the ratings are just trash. Like, yeah, nobody wants to watch an award show because usually it sucks. Other people talking about how great they are. And, you know, telling everybody else how to think about things. Like, here's how you should think about politics, religion, you know, all the shit. Like, nobody wants to watch that. And most award shows fall on like a Sunday night. No, I had no interest. And I am not the only one, as you can see by the ratings and stuff. I have just been tankalicious lately. It's got to be a rough time to be in television. I know it was a rough time to be in radio, and that was 2 years ago. You want to talk about the least on-demand thing that there is. Hope and wait for your favorite song to come on. Just tell your robot to play it, you know what I mean? What about new stuff? Well, yeah, ask your robot to play new stuff. If you follow the artists that you like, and artists similar to them, seems like it would make sense. You know? Sports talk radio the same way. A lot of sports talk shows, they're live, then they podcast them so people can listen at their leisure. Hey, if you missed any of the show, make sure you check it out after the show. It'll be posted. Strange times we're living in. It's all changing. Pluto TV is pretty cool. They got a lot of strange shows and a lot of like old stuff that you can just watch, and that's all it is. It's like, here is the Unsolved Mysteries channel. It's all it is episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. It's wild. It's wild, I tell you. This was news today. Pretty big news. We actually talked about this right after he made the announcement he was going to do it. But Donald Trump has launched his own communications platform. Yeah, he's got his own spot. After being kicked off of Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, former President Donald Trump launched his own communication platform today. That's Tuesday. This comes from Daily Wire. A platform that will allow him to exclusively share messages with his millions of followers. The platform, From the Desk of Donald J. Trump, appears on donaldjtrump.com/desk, wrote Fox News in an exclusive report. A video introduction posted to the site hailed the new platform as a place to speak freely and safely while pledging to save America. Visitors to the site will be able to share Trump's posts on various other social media platforms, but they will be unable to respond with comments of their own. Interesting. The space allows Trump to post and allows followers to share the former president's posts to Twitter and Facebook. However, the new platform does not have the feature to allow users to reply or engage with Trump's posts, added Fox News. So really, it's a one-way thing. It's a place for him to post stuff, and then you get to share his stuff, which people will do. Now, the interesting part will be is if those other social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, start pulling those posts of random people who share their posts from the desk of Donald J. Trump on to Facebook and Twitter. I have a feeling that is exactly what's going to happen. Is you will have people sharing Trump posts, and by some sort of loophole, Facebook and Twitter will be like, you can't. He is barred from our platforms, thus stirring the pot even more. Interesting. But he said he was going to do it, and by golly, he did it. Launched his own social media platform. Interesting. Interesting stuff. There is apparently going to be a major shortage of chlorine. Major shortage of chlorine this summer. This comes from NBC News. I call it Poolmageddon. It's a chlorine crisis. A lot of people are not going to be able to find the chlorine tablets they need this season, said one industry expert. The worst chlorine shortage in the country is set to rock this summer's pool season. It's been a concern for us, says Cody Salicher, owner of Texas Pool Professionals, which has been around for 17 years. The Rockwall, Texas-based company serves 200 clients weekly, and he said recently began to stockpile chlorine tablets. He's also been looking for different chemicals to keep pools sanitized and his customers happy. The chlorine shortage is widespread and will likely worsen, driving chlorine prices even higher as homeowners start to prep swimming pool season. CNBC spoke to pool industry insiders in multiple states, including Florida, Michigan, Nevada, and Texas, about the tight supplies, which are expected to blindside pool owners who are largely unaware of the problem. The combination of factors has led to the scarcity, including an unprecedented surge in demand last year and a chemical plant fire, which destroyed some manufacturing capacity. So if you have a pool, now is the time to start stockpiling those chlorine tablets, or you're going to have a gross-ass pool. Mark this under things that I don't have to worry about, because all we have is a kiddie pool in the back, and that's for the dog. The simplistic things in life. It's one of those plastic ones. Works just fine. I mean, not for me, because it's fucking gross, but I do wonder if this also would affect hotels, resorts, places like Wisconsin Dells, local water parks, Chaos, all that stuff, because they use massive amounts of chlorine. You ever walked into Chaos or Kalahari or any place down in the Dells? It's like, my eyes are on fire. I'm blinded. Chlorine shortage. Who would have thunk? Of all things. Yeah, we're a little short on chlorine this year. What? Chlorine? I don't understand. So pool owners beware. If you have a pool or a hot tub make more sense. We were just talking about that today. Like, geez, a hot tub would be nice. It's about to return, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to refresh this because I bet you there's going to be a brand new story right there. Derek Chauvin's attorneys have asked for a new trial. They want a new trial in the death of George Floyd. A new trial. Of course, Chauvin was found guilty on all counts a couple weeks back. Sentencing was scheduled, I believe, for sometime in May, wasn't it? I believe. Now his attorneys are asking for a new trial, which ought to make things quite interesting. Where'd the story go? I just saw it. I don't know. But you get the point. You're not wrong, Joe. And I'm sure they have plenty to back up that claim. A lot of question marks, but it will be interesting to see if they are granted a new trial. You kind of had the feeling that the state of Minnesota just wanted to put this whole thing behind them. Make the make the big payout, $47 million, something like that. 27 million. Maybe it was 47. I don't know. Get it all done. Put it behind them. Not so fast, I'd say. Not so fast. We'll see. That story just broke. Literally, I was actually reading the story about the chlorine shortage, and I was like, "What? Breaking news!" Thought maybe it was another chlorine fire somewhere. Yeah, see what's on the front page here. Here we go. Derek Chauvin's attorney, Eric Nelson, filed a request alleging that the former officer's ability to have a fair trial was affected by pre-trial publicity, which is, I think, is what you're saying, Joe. The motion alleges the court abused its discretion by denying the request for a change in venue and a new trial. Since the court failed to sequester the jury or admonish them to avoid all media, Nelson's filing said they were not only subjected to prejudicial publicity, but also jury intimidation and potential fear of retribution. The motion alleges 8 total abuses of discretion by the court. So we're probably going to do it all over again. Where and when, who knows? But I am just saying, if you live in Minneapolis, St. Paul, major metropolitan areas, prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Because you never know. This is interesting. This comes from Vice. There's apparently India's black market for oxygen is booming, and only the ultra-rich can afford it. For many in India, the ability to access oxygen and human-sized medical-grade oxygen cylinders is a matter of life or death, a symbol of wealth. India's daily demand for medical-grade oxygen is a staggering 2 million standard oxygen cylinders. This is the highest in the world, after India became the first country to register more than 400,000 new COVID-19 cases in a single day over the weekend. So basically what they're doing is this medical-grade oxygen, the stuff they hook you up to when you go into the hospital, they don't have any. I mean, they have some, but only the rich people get it. If you're not, then you don't get it. You don't get that oxygen. It's odd. Like, wait, what? Oxygen shortage. Isn't there a way to isn't there a way to do that? Feels like there should be a way to do that. Now, I'm no expert, obviously. I don't work in the medical grade oxygen fields. But I feel like there's a way. I feel like there is a way. Somebody as smarter than I am could figure out a way. Trying to see your emoji. Oh, it's a mad face. Okay. So tough to see. I need bigger screens, man. Gotta have bigger screens. Yeah, maybe not. Wild stuff going on. What else do we have? This is from a while ago, but I found the story to be interesting, and I haven't got a chance to go over it. We've had a ton of guests on the show, so it's nice to have some time to read through the headlines. But according to scientificmindset.com, the Matrix is real, and we are living in a computer simulation, according to Elon Musk. The story goes on to say Elon Musk thinks it's almost certain that we are living in some version of the Matrix. In fact, he believes there is a 1 in a billion chance that reality as we know it is not a computer simulation. The SpaceX chief, Elon Musk, recently expounded on the idea during an interview for a popular podcast. If you assume at any rate of improvement at all, then the games will be indistinguishable from reality, or civilization will end. One of those two things will occur. Therefore, we are most likely in a simulated world because we exist. I think most likely this is just a probability, but there are many, many simulations. You might as well call them reality, or you could call them multiverse. So there we go. From the mouth of Elon Musk, one of the smartest men on Earth, we're probably living in the Matrix. This is all a computer simulation. Somehow, some way, back in the day, they figured out how to wire us up, and this is just like the Matrix. We're plugged in somewhere. What I'm really pissed off about, if that's the truth, is that you don't have that number you can call. Like in the Matrix, be like, operator, yeah, I need to learn how to fly an Apache helicopter. And then they just upload the information to you. Like, that shit would be cool. Operator, how do I get my cameras to work all at the same time? Mirror. Don't let the gremlins in. Okay. Fair enough. Spam risk. Not today, ISIS. Not today. I've done that before. So you get these automated text messages. You get these? I got one time, and it was like, hello, sir. Would you like to take a short survey about freedom in America? Something along those lines. It was right around November. So, you know. And I texted him back, and I said, not today, ISIS. They have never reached out to me again. So I'm not sure if you're looking for a cure-all. You're looking for a way to fix all those mass texts that you get from politicians and corporations, but not today, ISIS seems to be a pretty easy way to get them not to text you back, get you off that list. I'm just giving you ideas to live by. That's all I'm doing. That's all I can do. Anyway, I'm going to watch some Star Wars, man. Tomorrow is The Revenge of the Fifth for you Star Wars fanatics. So to celebrate, in no correlation whatsoever, Shelby Lee Lowe will be on the program. We'll talk to him about his music. We'll talk to him about all the stuff that he's got going on. Guy's got great hair. You know, that's good. So we'll have him on the show that starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow on all of the streaming platforms. We will hopefully have some time to get our cameras all fixed out. That would be awesome. And maybe the microphone too. But until then, let's do what do you want? Selfie? That's dumb. Cash? Oh, money. Let's see what I put in here. Zombies? Yeah, we got fucking zombies on here now, man. We got zombies. I like it. I like it so much. There we go. Hey, thanks to my mom. She liked the stream. Appreciate it, Mom. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. All right, until then, let's go out of here with some tunes. Get some music in here. How about that one? And that. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on the program. Until then, my fine friends, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We'll hit the links. We out of here.